What is up, everybody? Steve here. I hope you are doing well. We've got some interesting times ahead for the real estate market. Finally, we are starting to see housing values come down at pretty significant levels, and I want to talk about a REDFIN article that we have here today. U.S. homeowners have lost $2.3 trillion in value since the June peak. The total value of U.S. homes was $45.3 trillion at the end of 2022, down 4.9%, which equates to about $2.3 trillion from a record high of $47.7 trillion in June. That's the largest June to December drop in percentage terms since 2008. If you guys were not partaking in real estate investing or buying real estate at that point in time, it was astonishing how far values came down, especially in my personal experience here in Southwest Florida. I mean, we were legitimately selling houses in Cape Coral, Florida that were almost brand new houses for literally $65,000, $70,000, short selling these properties as well as foreclosures. I mean, it was just astonishing. So there's a lot of people that say, oh, that's not going to happen in my state. And people will say that's not going to happen in the state of Florida either. And we are still seeing significant gains in the state of Florida. However, I think that everything's relative, and what comes up goes back down. And just look at it. Look at this chart here. We're at $45 trillion in homeowner value. And you know, if you just look at the chart, it's compelling to say the least. So in regards to Florida having an incredible governor here, and he's done a lot for the state of Florida, and we've seen a huge influx of other states that were, you know, big populations moving and migrating to the state of Florida. You know, there was still a lot of building going on. There was still a lot of institutional investors going into the state. There's a lot of second home and vacation properties that were being purchased. Florida has, I believe, one of the largest in terms of homes that are just sitting vacant. And when we come into bad times, some of the first things that are going to go are the luxury items, which are second homes for people and vacation properties and so forth. The housing market has been shedding value because home buyer demand has waned, which has also caused home prices to fall from their peak. The median U.S. home sales price was $383,000 in January, down 11.5% from a peak of $433,000 in May. Home buyer demand slowed in part because rising mortgage rates, a consequence of the Federal Reserve's effort to curb inflation. And with the new reports that and the minutes from the Fed, a lot of signs are pointing that they're just going to continually to increase the Fed rate, which is still going to have an effect on mortgage rates as well. The cost of borrowing is going to be more expensive. If you guys are in debt, in consumer debt, car debt, credit card debt, anything that's adjusting in terms of debt, I highly recommend that you guys do your best to get out of those situations, because it's going to compound and make things a lot worse for you and your family. The average 30-year fixed mortgage rate was 6.36% in December, while that's down from the 20-year high of 7.08% in November. It's roughly double the level from the start of 2022. You know, the housing is just not affordable right now with the value so damn high. In order for that to continue, mortgage rates need to be very, very low, and that's just not going to happen, especially with the increase in mortgage rates. So the only other thing that's going to happen, and we've been warning this, is the values of real estate are going to go down. Now, a lot of people are going to be in really good situations because they locked into a good 30 or 15-year fully amortized loan at 2.75%. And the asset is that debt. So if you have that property, you feel stuck, and you have some cash saved up where you can buy another property, I encourage you guys to think about keeping that property, maybe renting it out, put it part of your portfolio for future retirement. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. It's just something that I would be taking consideration in doing so. And you know, with $2.3 trillion of home equity vanishing just like that, I think the writing's on the wall where things are going to continue, and I think they're going to keep continually going on the down. Anyway, you guys let me know. What are your thoughts? You think it's going to flatten out, level out? You think it's going to keep going down? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. See you.